felt so uncomfortable. I knew something wasn't right. And I go, Joy, I just feel like you're not with me today. She just like falls back. She's crying. She's dribbling. It was a mess. Alrighty, welcome to another episode of Everything But Weddings. Now we've been busy.
Yeah, this week's been insane.
We've had a lot going on lately.
It's good. I like it. I like being busy.
Things are starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Wedding season is around the corner. You've already started doing weddings.
Mm-hmm.
I've got another 4 weeks of holidays to go.
I know.
It's great. I love it. But we recently went to the UnBridely event. For those who don't know, UnBridely is a group of vendors. You have to be like a trusted vendor. You got to be in the industry for a couple of years.
Yeah, it's essentially Camille created the group quite a while ago. But I think what I like about it is a group where you do actually need some criteria to be a part of, which I think is a good thing, because it just means that, you know, the people that are in there you have to be in the industry for a certain amount of time. Credible and trusted.
You got to be a cool cat, all right? You got to be cool. And we're in it. We're on the website now, which is exciting. I did not expect to be on there as quick as I got on there, but I'm on there. Thank you, Camille. Appreciate it. We're excited.
It was something that was fascinating to me. Is that Camille said to me afterwards, she's like, "Thanks for coming from the other end of the earth." And I just wanted to touch on that because people think that because we live where we live, which, just for anyone who's unaware of how far, you know, we are from the city, it's not that far.
Not that far. 45 minutes.
It didn't even take us that, I don't think.
45 minutes into the city.
Yeah.
And it was probably 35 to 40 minutes to that pub.
But you know what? What blows my mind is I've had this my whole life because my family lives down south. Everyone lives so far away. And I get we're not close. I understand. But it takes us just the same amount of time to get to these people as it does for them to get to us. So
we don't feel like I
don't feel like it's that far. I think because
we can say we're in Gula, right?
Well, I don't know. Can we?
Is that weird?
Yeah, maybe not. Or is it? I don't know.
We'll leave it in there.
But anyway.
We're in Gula.
But it's just...
Gula used to be a little country town.
It used to be, but now it's huge.
Yeah.
But
I don't feel like I'm that far out.
I don't either. But it just blows my mind that people think we live that far away. But people live for example, if someone lives in Noarlunga, it's the same distance from Noarlunga to the city as it is from where we are to the city, but everyone thinks we live in the sticks.
Yeah.
It just fascinates me. But anyway, we made the trek, we packed some snacks, and
hey, when we first got there, there was this lovely lady that basically came up to the group of us and said, "Could you take a lovely photo of me in front of this artwork?" A couple of times. I think she had drank. I think she
enjoyed a few beverages before.
But she came to the right table. I mean, we were all photographers and videographers at that point, and Camille, and we took a nice photo of her. So it was a good time. It was fun. Yeah, it was enjoyable.
It was good. It was good to catch up with everyone, and it's nice to do things like that. I think, like we've said before, but yeah, it was good fun. It was nice. Good fun.
I also turned 27.
I know. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
How exciting!
I'm feeling old. I've got grey hairs.
Oh,
literally got. No, I'm serious. I've got grey hairs. I got a couple in my fringe, and I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, you know what? Embrace it.
I think I want to be a what do they call them?
A silver fox.
I want to be a silver fox. I feel like it's the next era of my life. I'm 27, going silver.
Wow, you're embracing that early.
I'm embracing it early. I'm kind of excited for
you.
it. I mean, I'd dye my hair white if I could.
Yeah, look, why not? Go for it. It might be the new thing.
It could be the new thing.
It'll make you look quite distinguished and...
Yeah, and I'm always looking to be unique in some way. Just going for attention.
Yeah, look. The haircut looks good, by the way.
Oh, appreciate it. So I'm ready to be a dad, I learned.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a big call.
Well, you went out and you did a gig, and I took your two boys on a hike, and it was just a great time. We had a good day. Your little one loves the Grinch. I've come to realize.
The Grinch.
Didn't you know this? See, I'm a really good dad. I investigate and I learn what they like. And he loves the Grinch. The other one's a little bit older.
Yeah.
And we're on the drive to the hike, and I was acting like the Grinch. I do a pretty good Grinch impression.
Right.
I'm not going to do it on this podcast, but I do a pretty good Jim Carrey. It's Jim Carrey, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Grinch impression, and he was loving it. And then the older one next to me was just looking at me like, "What are you doing?"
I'm too cool for you now.
And then I felt like the dad that was like not cool,
Welcome to my life.
But we had a good time. We did a 5K hike.
they did well, I must admit.
They killed it.
Yeah.
They're fit boys.
I was a little worried. I was like, because
I was waiting for tears. I was
Yeah.
waiting for tantrums.
Yeah.
Because I have done this before where I took them on a smaller hike and there was a tantrum. And I don't know how you guys deal with kids' tantrums. They're next level. I'll take them while they're happy.
So the whole I'm ready to be a dad thing, I think you need to deal with a few of the tantrums. You were at my house last week and my youngest was having a moment. And to me, like, obviously being a parent.
Now, when we say having a moment, we're talking about sitting in the corner of the room screaming at the top of his lungs. And what he wanted to do was play basketball. So then when I went out there, I said, I'll play basketball with you. He was like, now that you've said you want to play basketball, and he just started screaming louder. And I was like, oh my God.
And he was cracking it because I'm such an arsehole and dinner was ready and I wanted him to come inside to eat dinner, but he wanted to keep playing basketball. So yeah, I'm awful. But look, it happens. Kids are kids. He got over it. He was great later on. Like it's not okay. Don't get me wrong. But yeah,
I just think you just got to deal with it. Like you're not getting a kid out of a tantrum easily.
But it's interesting from someone who doesn't have kids, because a lot of people have said to me before, like, just do this or just discipline them and do this or ignore them.
I've said to you, have you ever just ignored him? Or have you ever duplicated his kind of like behavior?
But
like, do you get on the floor, you start screaming, see how that turns out?
But do you know what? Every kid is different. So my first he didn't have tantrums. Like I'm like, oh, this is good. Blah, blah. He had different things that caused issues. But my second one, if anyone's got a second child, you'll know. If
crazy.
You know, you know. But he's the type of kid that I could threaten to leave him in a supermarket if he's having a tantrum and he'd just stay there. He doesn't give
puts
a
his
fuck.
foot down. He's
a stubborn little shit.
Stubborn's the word.
But it is like, I love it. He's very, what's the right word? He knows what he wants. Like, power to him. He'll be fucking strong when he's older. But it is a pain in my ass. And it's his
way or the highway.
Yeah, it's his, exactly.
Yeah,
he's just
he's also a great kid.
The sweetest fucking kid in the world. Like, he
plays to your personality very well. He knows exactly how to get you.
He's my little protector. He is smart. He'll do that, but then he'll come to me every night and go, "Mummy, I love you. Can you tuck me in?" And I'm like, "Oh, you little fucker."
He's so affectionate.
He's so affectionate.
Wants to cuddle.
Yeah.
But then he's also an asshole.
Yeah. But I love it. It is definitely, but it's interesting. Like, you taking them on a hike was great. Like, I love when they get to go outside, and I'm very, very happy that you didn't have to deal with tantrums in the middle of a forest, because
I'm happy as well.
Quite a problem.
Actually, 3/4 of the way through, little one said to me, "Oh, you might have to carry me." And I was thinking, you might have to carry me. So I don't know how this works out. I looked at the other one, like, how does it? And then he was like, "You're the parent."
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
know.
like, I don't even know what's going on.
You got to keep us alive. That's essentially what
I'm the wrong person to
parenting
be
is.
with if that's the
That's
the task.
Look, but yeah, it was good. So look, you ready to be a dad? I might have to
ready to be a father.
give you a few more hours practice before you
need
make
a
that
girlfriend
decision.
first. And that's not been turning out for me lately. So
how is Hinge going for you?
How is Hinge going? Good question. Look, I'm matching. Here's where I'm at.
Right.
I'm matching with some people, and I'm like, yeah, attractive, this and that. And as soon as the conversation starts, like, I feel like I don't have the energy for it.
Yeah, okay. Unless it's someone that really captures you.
Yeah, unless they really capture me. And that, like, I'm not in a position to treat the app like that yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, ever. I'm not the type of, I don't get that many matches. And when I do, I should handle them with care. And
it's a lot of effort. Like, let's be honest. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of effort. And what I'm realizing is I'm not really in a time to, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not on the search.
Yeah. And do you know what?
I'm open to it.
That's probably a good thing, because when you are on the, you will be like, you're a fucking wanker. But I truly believe that when you're looking for something, you won't find it.
Right.
And when you're not looking for something is when it happens.
Oh, anything.
Everybody says that to me, but I do believe that.
Oh, I think, and yeah.
So maybe that's what you got. Your new plan of attack.
Well, I've got a lot of things that I'm focusing on right now. Like this podcast is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I've been working on the podcast. I've been working on some commercial gigs that that we work together on, and wedding season's coming up. So there's a lot of things that I actually don't have the capacity to even be.
That's not going to help you get
actively dates. Look. Oh, it's not. Well, that's the thing. I'm not even sure. I won't be able to date till next year now because I'm going to be too busy.
You are not doing yourself any favors now.
No, I don't. Look, my energy says that's what I'm going with.
Maybe
so
tonight,
that's what I'm going with
tonight when you're open. Literally.
We're doing a gig. Okay, I'm doing a gig tonight. And
can I just preface this by saying I wish I was a fly on the wall tonight.
It's going to be interesting.
See how you handle
tonight
this.
will be the first time ever in my life I visit a strip club. I am doing a gig for a live streaming company, and I wasn't totally aware of what the final product was going to be. However, I am working for, what is the event called? Miss Nude Australia. So I will be filming the finals.
And you literally were on the phone to me last night going, I don't want to do this. I'm like,
no, okay. It's not that. Okay, because to me, I almost feel like it's brand damaging for me.
Yeah, but you go in, you do your job, you leave, and
right,
then you get to stare at boobs all day while you're editing it.
It's going to be interesting. It's tonight. So after filming this.
Let the elephant in the room here. This is the first time you've been to a strip club?
First time.
I don't know whether to high five you or be disappointed in you.
Why would you be disappointed in me?
I don't know. Because you're a 27-year-old man. I won't say boy.
I feel judged. Should
No,
I
no,
have
no,
been
no,
to
no.
a strip club already?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, I'm fascinated by that because you just assume that's what men do. I don't love it. To me, it's a bit.
I think less and less. I think as time goes on, they're probably becoming less and less of a popular thing to do.
Yeah. Debatable.
And I was in a relationship, so like you don't really.
I am not judging you. I think it's good, honestly. But
why do I sound so defensive?
I know. Can you calm down? I'm not having a go. I'm generally just. I can't wait to hear how this plays out. But yeah, is this probably the most? What's the right word? Out there.
It's the most raunchy thing that it's literally R-rated.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh, what I mean by I'd love to be a fly on the wall. If you've never been to a strip club before,
I'm taking hand sanitizer.
I've already told you don't touch any hard surfaces.
I won't be taking drink. I'll be taking a drink bottle. I'll have like a schoolboy hat on. I'll bring sanitizer. Oh
my god,
it's going to be interesting.
No, but you just don't know what you're in for.
I have no idea.
It's a lot.
I actually feel nervous.
I think you should be. But you're also getting paid a shit ton of money to stare at boobs all night. Like, let's just be honest. But anyway, I think just prepare yourself.
Every guy that's listening to this is like, he's getting paid to go to a strip club.
That's what I mean.
What is he complaining about?
On a fucking Wednesday night.
I would love to do that as a job. My dad would be spewing right now.
Exactly.
God, Brad, so I just bought a camera. How do I learn how to use it? That's what he's saying to me right now.
Oh God, no! Look, it'll be an experience for you. But
yeah,
anyway.
It's gonna be fun. And that's tonight. Yeah. So exciting stuff, and obviously on the next podcast or the next two podcasts, we can break this down. We can talk about it. It'll be fun.
Oh God.
Now I got a little bit of a story today that I wanted to tell, which is a fascinating one. So a couple years back, I had a beautiful. I'm a big proponent of therapy. I'm a pro therapy person. How can I say this without making it sound bad? Hated my childhood. And a lot of therapy has helped me get through it.
God.
And I signed up to one of those, this is years ago, I signed up to one of those therapy online websites, right? Yeah. I think we all know what it is, but I'm not going to say it because
was this like
not a good...
post-COVID?
Yeah, so this is COVID times.
Where you couldn't
your
actually
boy
go
needed
and see
some
someone.
help.
Yeah.
So we went on the onlines and essentially, got a therapist, and I met this lovely older lady. She was probably mid-60s. Just a beautiful soul. Let's give her a name. Let's call her Joy.
Okay.
So Joy because she was joyful.
Okay,
she was very beautiful. She was very caring and very empathetic and very. I felt very comfortable telling her every detail about my life. And I spoke with her for about a solid year.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
and I had a real, like, every time I jumped on a call with her, I was so happy to see her. And
you created a bit of a bond with her.
yeah. She was just an amazing. And I'm not saying she's not amazing anymore. I'm just saying hear the story. And so yeah, I had like a session with her every like 2 weeks for almost a year. And just created a really nice bond with her. And it was just beautiful. And I never thought, talking to her, obviously she's my therapist. I never thought about her, in terms of like what she's going through or anything like that. It was more just, obviously I'm paying for a service. Listen to me. I need attention. And I would always, obviously go through things that I'm struggling with. And she was just a champion at helping me kind of see my problems in a different light.
Yeah.
However, a year into having therapy with this lovely woman, I jump on a call and I just felt like, normally she's bubbly, she's bright. Brad, how are you? How things been? How's the last 2 weeks been? So good to see you. And I jump on this call and not much is happening. She's sitting there and she seems to be rocking from left to right a little bit. And I was like, what is going on here? And then when the camera's kind of like, she's in the US. So like when the cameras and the internet kind of got good connection, she went a bit more HD and I see that she's dribbling.
Oh, fuck.
My therapist was dribbling. I got really concerned. I was like, what is happening right now? And I thought maybe something was like she was going through something. I don't know. And then, we start talking and I just decide to ignore it. I'm like, I'll just ignore it. Let's just get through this session. And it was one of those days where I really needed some help. I was I
remember you saying that.
I was like, I really need to talk to someone.
Pull your shit together, love.
Yeah. And I was like, you need to get your shit together because I've got some shit to tell you. And, she just starts saying some weird things, like some like off character for her. And it just went down a real dark, like she was being dark.
Yeah.
She was talking about like some things that I was like, she said something like, only God knows, and like these things where I was like, what is happening? Right. And so I had to say something. I felt so uncomfortable. I knew something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And I go, Joy, I just feel like you're not with me today. That's all I said. I said, I feel like you're not with me today. And she just like falls back. She's crying. She's dribbling. It was a mess. Now, I understand therapy, doing therapy for someone like me would be a job that you would want to get drunk as a skunk. I understand why she was in the position she was in.
She knew it was
but it was
up.
such a shocking, experience for me.
It's probably just, obviously, it's the last thing you would have expected.
Last thing I would have expected. Very confronting.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that it would actually be quite invasive to me. Like I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to do. I felt scared. I was like, I don't know. And then something switched in me. Like I think it was like 40 seconds later, she's just crying uncontrollably. Nothing. I'm just sitting there.
She's
like
on the other end of the world.
She's in the other end of the world. I was like, I don't know what to do here. And I end up just saying all these nights. I said, look, I'm here for you. Like if you need to talk, please. And then I started going, why am I not getting paid? I'm paying you to do the therapy. I'm doing the therapy.
This is not right.
This is not right.
But you know what? It just goes to show that in life in general, you just don't know what's going on in someone's life. And I think that's my big thing. Just be kind always, because you do not know. And it doesn't give people an excuse to do things like that or be arseholes or whatever. But there are so many people going through shit that you just have no idea about. Yeah, you never know what someone's going through. And it was just one of those eye-opening moments for me where I was thinking to myself, wow, I've relied on this woman for a whole year of helping me get through whatever I needed to get through. And she's been so great in doing that for me. She was such a help. And I'm so thankful for the advice and just the guidance that she was able to give me. But to see your therapist like absolutely break down like that, it was just it was another level of... It's confusing, I think, because I felt scared. Yeah. Because I was like, you're like my God. You're the person I come to. It's probably like a kid looking up to an adult for help. Right. I know that's not a great way of looking at it. No, that's exactly how I felt. A kid, you're there and you're basically... She's your safe place, I guess, in terms of like you... want her to help you, and then if she's breaking down, so it's like if my kid wants me and then I'm breaking down, it's like fuck. Do you know what I mean? You must feel that pressure. as a parent, that is probably the biggest thing. So like I've been through some serious shit in my life, and I've had days where I just want to fucking give up, and you've got two humans there that need you to be strong for them, and that is probably the hardest thing in the world. And it's a similar situation to you. Like the amount of times that I've hidden in a room and cried so my kids didn't see,
Right.
I would hate to admit how often that happened,
Right.
but it just is what it is. And I think it gets to a point where you want to be vulnerable in front of them, and you want them to see that it's okay to have emotions and stuff, but you also want to protect them from that too.
You don't want them to think, oh, mummy can't handle.
Exactly. And I think...
I said mummy because one of your boys calls your mummy all the time. That felt weird for me. Anyway, moving forward.
But it is. You have to sort of be in a place of, you know, she was there to kind of help you, and she obviously just let it all... I mean, I think let's just round it up. She obviously had some sort of... drugs or alcohol in her, but
she was on something.
Yeah, I don't think she realized what was happening. But yeah,
basically what ended up happening in the short term is I sent her a lovely email about an hour after it because I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like, I don't know what to do. I called my auntie and uncle. I said, hey, this is what's happened. They were a bit like, you okay? And you know, how are we going to deal with this moving forward? And I was worried about her because she's in the US.
Yeah.
She's not Australian based, and I actually felt like I needed to get in contact with someone.
Yeah.
And you know what was crazy? I couldn't contact the company.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, oh, she's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I actually have no way of contacting her. So I was trying to find her on Facebook and stuff and whatever. Anyway, long story short, I ended up searching and finding her. She had like a therapy practice prior to working with this company, and I found an email address, and I sent her an email. I said, look, I need you to know that everything that happened is okay. I don't want, because I thought to myself, oh, she's going to leave this and be breaking down at the idea of, oh my God, my career's over.
What have I done?
Because I think that's like a violation of
in a lot of ways.
Many things.
many things.
And I just said, look, I'm not here, I'm not complaining. I'm not here to say anything. I will take my money back on that session, but
don't charge me.
I said, you're not going to charge me for that one, are you? But yeah, I just wanted to make sure. And she did. She ended up responding. She said how, you know, she was heavily embarrassed, and she told me how, you know, her husband, essentially, because America's system's fucked. Like mental. Her husband went to hospital. He got into a car accident, I believe, from memory. Her husband or her son, and went into hospital, and they've been hit with like a $30,000 bill, and they don't have insurance.
I don't think we realize how lucky we are with our medical, because that I've heard that before, and even just to give birth in America is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like insane.
You can literally give birth here and pay zero.
Moral of the story, if you're in Adelaide and you are a therapist and you see me on the hunt for therapy, don't get me, because you're going to leave at the therapy session with you needing some therapy.
I actually said to you the last therapy session that, because you, and this is not a bad or a good thing, but I feel like your therapists are like, you just go to have a chat with them. Like, they're like, I do.
Friends. My therapists are like my mates. Like,
I know. Like, you're literally paying him to just have a conversation with you.
Oh, but because I think I think that should be the idea of it.
Yeah, no, it's good because you're obviously comfortable enough with them.
Very comfortable. But I'm comfortable to talk about things that I shouldn't talk about on a live podcast, on a podcast that goes out to anyone and everyone who wants to watch it.
True.
I feel bad if she ever watches this. I feel bad.
Dude,
anyway.
She probably doesn't remember. It's
look, just knowing anyone who's knows me in the real world, if things go bad in real life, know that I'm going to use it as clickbait for our podcast. So just be careful what you're sharing. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Let's wrap this. My brain's fried. See you guys next week. Bye.
Ciao.
And I pray, I believe in the better